Across America, brand new motorhomes are collecting dust. Dealers are slashing prices by tens of thousands, trying to survive a market that's collapsing fast. Why are these once popular RVs sitting unsold? Today, we uncover the motorhomes no one is buying, and the shocking truth behind every discount. Let's get rolling. Market dynamics have dramatically shifted the Thor Windsport's fortunes. Once celebrated as a reliable mid-range choice, this motorhome now headlines clearance events with unprecedented markdowns that reveal deeper industry trends. Current pricing tells a striking story. Models originally tagged between $219,000 and $230,000 now appear for $135,000 to $145,000, representing discounts approaching 40%. Such aggressive reductions signal more than routine sales tactics. They reflect fundamental concerns about build quality that have accumulated over recent years. Travelers increasingly report disappointments with interior craftsmanship. Cabinet construction feels flimsy to the touch. Wall insulation proves inadequate during temperature extremes, and dashboard components produce annoying rattles during transit. These seemingly minor flaws collectively erode confidence in long-term durability. Fuel consumption amplifies affordability worries. The robust-sounding 7.3-liter V8 delivers disappointing efficiency, averaging merely 6 to 7 miles per gallon. When gasoline prices hover around $4, trip budgets balloon uncomfortably. Market preferences are evolving as well. Shoppers now gravitate toward compact Class C alternatives or invest in premium diesel-powered options, effectively abandoning the middle ground where the Windsport resides. Dealer challenges compound the situation. Excess inventory from optimistic 2023 ordering creates mounting financial pressure. Combined with financing rates exceeding 9%, purchasing new becomes economically questionable. Monthly carrying costs force progressive discounting, transforming yesterday's bestseller into today's cautionary tale about changing consumer priorities. Dealer showrooms across America share an unexpected burden. Rows of Thor Hurricane motorhomes that refuse to budge. This Class A giant, once synonymous with accessible family adventure, now represents a cautionary tale about mismatched expectations and market evolution. Financial realities paint a sobering picture. Original pricing between $210,000 and $225,000 has collapsed to $140,000 to $155,000, with desperate clearance offers dipping below $130,000. Industry veterans recognize discounts exceeding $80,000 as distress signals rather than standard promotions. Quality concerns fuel buyer hesitation. Slide-outs develop persistent leaks, exterior paint fails prematurely, and electrical systems behave unpredictably. Frustrations that first-time recreational vehicle owners find particularly disheartening. Marketing promised luxury within reach, yet construction standards struggled to deliver on those assurances. Digital word-of-mouth accelerated the decline. Owner forums and social media platforms became repositories of candid experiences, eroding confidence faster than traditional advertising could rebuild it. Consumer preferences simultaneously shifted toward manageable alternatives. Compact Class C and B configurations offer superior maneuverability and maintenance simplicity, making oversized gas-powered coaches seem impractical by comparison. Inventory challenges intensify dealer urgency. Pandemic-era production surges created lasting surplus, particularly affecting unsold 2023 models. Elevated fuel prices and restrictive financing terms, combined with looming winter storage expenses, transform patience into impossibility. Nationwide price slashing has become survival strategy rather than choice. Thor's ACE motorhome arrived with a clever promise embedded in its name: affordable, compact, and easy. Reality, however, has written a different script entirely. Originally commanding prices between $190,000 and $205,000, these units now languish at $120,000 to $135,000, with desperate dealers occasionally dropping below $115,000. Discounts reaching 35 to 40% reveal an uncomfortable truth. Supply has dramatically exceeded interest. Performance shortcomings quickly emerged through owner experiences. Acceleration feels sluggish when merging onto highways, cabin noise becomes intrusive at cruising speeds, and temperature regulation disappoints due to insufficient insulation. These practical deficiencies overshadow whatever initial appeal the concept held. Strategic miscalculation compounds the struggle. Thor attempted courting two incompatible demographics simultaneously: nervous first-time buyers seeking simplicity and experienced travelers desiring compact sophistication. This divided approach satisfied neither group effectively. Interior aesthetics lag behind European-influenced competitors whose modern designs make the ACE appear outdated. Resale performance has proven particularly devastating, with values plummeting over 45% within just 24 months, among the steepest depreciation in Thor's entire lineup. Pandemic-era optimism created lasting consequences. Dealers who enthusiastically stocked multiple floor plans now face warehouses crowded with hundreds of unwanted units. As 2026 redesigns approach, weekly price reductions accelerate, transforming what was promoted as an effortless decision into the industry's most challenging inventory problem. The easy choice has ironically become anything but. Thor's Vegas and Axis models arrived with bold ambitions, marketed as SUVs of motorhomes that would revolutionize compact Class A living. Initial pricing between $160,000 and $180,000 reflected confidence in this innovative concept. Today's reality tells a humbling story. Unsold inventory dominates dealer lots, with prices collapsing to $105,000 to $115,000, occasionally plunging below $100,000. These 40% reductions expose a fundamental miscalculation about buyer priorities. Consumer trends shifted decisively toward authentic Class B camper vans, offering superior fuel efficiency and discrete urban parking capabilities. The Vegas, consuming fuel at 8 miles per gallon while demanding full-sized RV spaces, suddenly seemed impractical by comparison. Design elements accelerated the decline. Despite marketing emphasizing modernity, interiors feature outdated cabinetry, analog control systems, and upholstery patterns that clash with contemporary expectations. Physical dimensions create additional disappointments. Narrow walkways produce cramped feelings that contradict the imposing exterior appearance. Functional limitations frustrate practical users. Towing capacity proves insufficient for many recreational needs, while overall specifications satisfy neither compact-seeking adventurers nor space-requiring families. Regional dealers throughout Texas, Florida, and Arizona report identical struggles. Units routinely exceed 200 days unsold, forcing progressive markdowns to avoid mounting carrying expenses. What began as an exciting experiment merging automotive agility with recreational comfort has devolved into an awkward compromise. Neither genuinely compact nor adequately spacious, these coaches occupy uncomfortable middle ground where buyer interest simply evaporates. Forest River's FR3 once represented an enticing proposition: Class A luxury without diesel pricing. That promise has unraveled spectacularly across American dealerships. Original sticker prices hovering between $215,000 and $230,000 have disintegrated to $135,000 to $145,000, with clearance desperations pushing below $130,000. These nearly $90,000 reductions stem from catastrophic overproduction miscalculations. Pandemic-era optimism drove manufacturing surges anticipating family buyers who vanished when financing rates surged beyond 8%. Inventory now ages visibly in outdoor storage yards, tire sidewalls weathering under relentless sun exposure. Engineering foundations appear sound. The Ford F53 chassis provides reliable mechanical performance. However, suspension systems deliver harsh ride characteristics that fatigue long-distance travelers. Cabin integrity issues emerge through rattling cabinetry, persistent air infiltration, and inadequate climate management, transforming leisurely journeys into frustrating maintenance exercises. Resale metrics paint devastating pictures. Values plummet 40 to 50% within merely 24 months, creating hesitation among prospective purchasers who recognize inevitable financial losses. Dealer motivations have shifted dramatically. Clearing space for the redesigned FR3 Plus lineup, which addresses legacy complaints, necessitates aggressive pricing on existing stock. Market preferences simultaneously favor smaller, fuel-efficient alternatives over traditional large coaches. The underlying irony remains striking. The FR3 isn't inherently flawed. merely victimized by oversupply colliding with evolving consumer priorities. Timing and market saturation have condemned a competent motorhome to clearance obscurity. Forest River envisioned the FR3 Plus and Georgetown series as revolutionary steps toward accessible luxury. Instead, these ambitious motorhomes have created unprecedented inventory challenges across the dealership network. Consider the Georgetown GT7's dramatic journey. Launch pricing exceeded $270,000, positioning it as a premium offering. Current listings hover between $165,000 and $175,000, while 2023 clearance units plummet toward $150,000. Discounts surpassing $100,000 continue expanding as buyer enthusiasm evaporates. Physical characteristics contribute significantly to market resistance. Weighing approximately 24,000 pounds, these coaches deliver punishing fuel consumption around 6 miles per gallon while creating anxiety-inducing driving experiences for inexperienced owners. Diesel-powered competitors offering smoother handling and extended longevity make gas alternatives increasingly unappealing. Technology integration has paradoxically damaged rather than enhanced appeal. Digital control panels suffer frequent glitches, automatic leveling systems malfunction unexpectedly, and backup cameras freeze during critical maneuvering moments. Trade publications reveal dealer admissions that supposedly prestigious features have generated warranty nightmares and cultivated buyer skepticism. Contemporary consumers prioritize proven reliability over elaborate amenities, a preference leaving the Georgetown and FR3 Plus stranded. Monthly floor plan financing charges accumulate relentlessly on stagnant inventory, compelling successive price reductions. What Forest River designed as its flagship achievement has transformed into its most problematic liability. The crown jewel concept has tarnished into cautionary evidence that complexity without reliability undermines even ambitious engineering visions. Fleetwood's Flair once commanded respect as an entry-level Class A icon, appearing prominently at recreational vehicle exhibitions nationwide. That prestigious reputation has crumbled into desperate clearance status. Initial pricing between $175,000 and $190,000 has collapsed to $110,000 to $125,000, with persistent 2023 inventory occasionally dropping to $99,000. These 45% reductions represent unprecedented discounts for a brand carrying decades of industry recognition. Design philosophy explains much of the decline. Bulky floor plans, traditional furniture aesthetics, and minimal technological integration clash violently with modern expectations. Today's buyers demand streamlined interiors, digital instrumentation, and smartphone connectivity, features the Flair conspicuously lacks. Mechanical performance raises additional concerns. While the 7.3-liter Ford V8 provides dependable operation, fuel consumption languishes at 6 miles per gallon. Acceleration feels lethargic compared to lighter Class C alternatives that dominate current preferences. Structural integrity complaints proliferate across owner communities. Water intrusion incidents, sidewall delamination, and loose interior fixtures quickly destroy confidence within this competitive price segment. Strategic positioning has failed spectacularly. The budget luxury concept alienates both demographics. First-time purchasers find pricing prohibitive, while experienced travelers dismiss the sparse amenities. Packed dealer lots accumulating monthly financing charges have forced openly advertised clearance designations. Nostalgia alone cannot sustain sales momentum. The Flair's transformation from aspirational symbol to cautionary example demonstrates how rapidly consumer expectations evolve beyond established reputations. Holiday Rambler's Admiral carried decades of prestigious heritage into 2025, yet that illustrious reputation now struggles against harsh market realities. Launch pricing spanning $205,000 to $220,000 has deteriorated to $135,000 to $145,000, with aged inventory sinking below $130,000. These $80,000 to $90,000 reductions signal profound disconnect between brand legacy and contemporary demand. Stepping inside reveals why enthusiasm wanes. Interiors appear chronologically displaced. Faux wood cabinetry, inadequate lighting, and analog controls evoke designs from half a decade past. Despite sharing Fleetwood's F53 chassis and 7.3-liter V8 powertrain, Handling characteristics feel cumbersome. Sound insulation disappoints consistently, while slide-out alignment issues plague numerous installations, steadily eroding consumer trust. Depreciation patterns prove particularly discouraging. Used Admirals frequently command merely 55% of original pricing after just 24 months, extinguishing purchase enthusiasm among financially astute buyers. Pandemic-era over-ordering created lingering consequences for dealerships. Elevated interest rates combined with relentless floor plan expenses have transformed inventory management into crisis intervention. Desperate tactics emerge. Bundled maintenance packages, aggressive advertising, anything generating attention towards stagnant stock. The Admiral's trajectory mirrors broader Class A market challenges. Physical presence and aesthetic appeal no longer compensate for practical deficiencies in an environment demanding fuel efficiency and technological sophistication. Respectability and tradition cannot overcome fundamental misalignment with evolving consumer priorities. Coachmen positioned the Mirada as accessible Class A living, spacious luxury without intimidating price barriers. Reality has diverged sharply from that democratic vision. Original listings between $200,000 and $215,000 have evaporated to $125,000 to $135,000, with clearance opportunities occasionally breaching $120,000. These $90,000 reductions expose production volumes catastrophically exceeding actual demand. Pandemic boom optimism led coachmen into oversupply territory, leaving Midwest and Southeast dealerships overwhelmed with dormant inventory. Mechanical foundations appear competent. The Ford 7.3-liter V8 chassis provides reliable propulsion. However, frustrating subtleties accumulate rapidly. Soft flooring raises durability questions, cabinet veneers feel disconcertingly thin, and quality consistency varies alarmingly between individual units, transforming purchases into uncertain gambles. Feature selections reveal outdated priorities. Outdoor kitchens and electric fireplaces seem superficial compared to capabilities contemporary travelers demand. Solar integration, lithium battery systems, and genuine off-grid readiness. These misaligned priorities drive shoppers toward smarter Class C alternatives like the Entegra Odyssey or Jacos Greyhawk. Escalating inventory financing expenses compound dealer urgency as 2025 model arrivals loom. Aggressive discounting has become hemorrhage control rather than sales strategy. The Mirada's journey from affordable gateway to cautionary illustration demonstrates how overproduction combined with design stagnation can rapidly undermine even well-intentioned market positioning. Coachman's pursuit occupies uncomfortable territory, approachable enough for beginners, yet insufficiently compelling for veterans. This positioning dilemma has manifested in dramatic pricing erosion. Launch values between $165,000 and $175,000 have plummeted to $105,000 to $115,000, with 2023 remnants occasionally falling below $100,000. These 40% reductions reflect pandemic-era ordering enthusiasm colliding with sobering current realities. What once sold effortlessly now burdens dealer finances. Functional shortcomings transcend mere market oversaturation. Quality control inconsistencies plague the lineup. Misaligned cabinetry, compromised roof seals triggering premature leaks within initial ownership months. The Ford 7.3-liter V8 provides propulsion at 6 miles per gallon with limited tank capacity, creating frustratingly abbreviated travel ranges. Rear overhang sway generates uncomfortable highway instability, particularly during crosswind conditions. Perception damage proves equally devastating. Affordable Class A has become synonymous with inferior construction in consumer consciousness, and the pursuit cannot escape this stigmatization. Depreciation rates approaching 45% within 18 months repel even curious prospects. Dealers face mounting floor plan interest expenses, compelling aggressive markdown strategies to accommodate more profitable Class C inventory. The irony remains stark. The pursuit actively pursues an audience that has fundamentally vanished from the marketplace. Jacos Alante promised a compelling proposition: reliability meeting affordability in a lightweight, family-oriented Class A package. Market performance has delivered crushing disappointment instead. Sticker prices ranging from $195,000 to $210,000 have contracted to $125,000 to $135,000, with 2023 inventory occasionally piercing $120,000. These $70,000 to $85,000 reductions respond directly to stubborn inventory accumulation and pervasive buyer reluctance. Failure stems not from singular catastrophic defects, but from accumulated modest compromises. While utilizing the standard Ford F53 chassis, operators report steering wander, noticeable body flex, and excessive cabin noise. Jacos' marketed J-Smart safety illumination and premium aesthetics cannot compensate for inadequate insulation or rough ride characteristics. Interior realities diverge disappointingly from promotional imagery. Thin upholstery wears prematurely, shallow cabinets restrict storage utility, and electronic systems appear technologically outdated upon close examination. Fuel consumption averaging 6 to 7 miles per gallon compounds deterrence, while shifting preferences toward agile Class C alternatives systematically drain Alante interest. Texas and Florida dealers face particularly acute overstock situations, dozens of 2024 units remaining stubbornly unsold. Escalating storage expenses and interest obligations force dramatic price reductions before depreciation intensifies further. The Alante crystallizes contemporary recreational vehicle psychology. Consumers reject halfway luxury concepts, demanding either operational efficiency or genuine excellence. The Alante unfortunately provides neither convincingly. Jacos positioned the Precept as aspirational evolution, premium gas-powered Class A comfort without diesel expenses. Market reception has proven crushingly disappointing. Launch pricing between $225,000 and $240,000 has deteriorated to $140,000 to $155,000, with obstinate 2023 inventory occasionally descending toward $130,000. These nearly $90,000 reductions expose profound distress throughout the large gas motorhome segment. Challenges extend beyond superficial quality concerns. Floor plan repetition across Jacos and Entegra product lines creates tiresome déjà vu during showroom tours. The Precept's LED accent lighting, synthetic leather seating, and basic tech package fail, impressing contemporary travelers demanding solar capability, lithium battery systems, and comprehensive digital integration. Features Jacos frustratingly reserves for premium diesel offerings. Driving characteristics amplify dissatisfaction. Top-heavy weight distribution combined with minimal suspension refinement creates exhausting operation during windy conditions or across uneven pavement. Financial mathematics prove particularly devastating. New Precepts surrender 40% of value within 18 months, trapping owners in negative equity situations before initial loan renewals. Dealers recognize this depreciation velocity, implementing aggressive markdowns anticipating 2026 redesigns that will further crater existing inventory valuations. Former middle ground appeal has evaporated completely. Excessive scale intimidates newcomers, insufficient capability disappoints veterans, and technological obsolescence alienates digitally oriented travelers. The comfortable compromise has transformed into an unmarketable dilemma. Entegra marketed the Vision as accessible elegance, luxury sensibility without prohibitive pricing. Built upon Jacos' F53 chassis with refinement enhancements, it promised elevated experiences. Reality has delivered sobering marketplace rejection. Original valuations spanning $215,000 to $230,000 have collapsed toward $125,000 to $135,000, with 2023 inventory occasionally advertised near $110,000. These 45 to 50% reductions represent some of the industry's steepest discounts. Midwest and Southwest dealers acknowledge the Vision ranks among their most challenging inventory categories despite respected branding. Expectation misalignment drives buyer withdrawal. The Entegra nameplate suggests near-luxury execution, yet delivered materials include thin vinyl flooring, lightweight cabinetry, and hollow wall panels producing unsettling creaks across irregular pavement. Premium justification over the architecturally similar Jacos Alante becomes impossible to articulate. 6 mile per gallon consumption, restricted towing capacity, and notorious slide-out rattling compound hesitation even among brand loyalists. Dealer overconfidence created lasting consequences. Post-pandemic growth projections encouraged aggressive gas model stocking, yet demand pivoted decisively toward compact, efficient Class B vans. Price slashing now prevents interest payment erosion of already thin profit margins. The Vision's fundamental challenge emerges clearly. Its badge creates luxury expectations, while budget construction disappoints. Buyers feel misled by the disconnect between branding promise and tangible delivery. Market response arrives through deafening silence punctuated only by relentless markdown announcements. Entegra promoted the Vision XL as elevated refinement, expanded dimensions, commanding presence, enhanced comfort appointments. Dealer experiences paint drastically different pictures. Launch pricing between $240,000 and $260,000 has disintegrated toward $145,000 to $160,000, with lingering 2023 stock occasionally advertised near $130,000. These $100,000 plus reductions demonstrate catastrophic demand collapse for large gas-powered Class A configurations. Weight versus power dynamics create the primary vulnerability. Ford's F53 chassis, mounting the 7.3-liter Godzilla V8, generates 350 horsepower. Impressive specifications until confronting 26,000-pound reality. Mountain-grade performance deteriorates noticeably, while fuel consumption plunges toward 5 to 6 miles per gallon. Rising gasoline costs transform operational expenses into unsustainable burdens for prospective buyers. Despite quiet luxury marketing claims, operator experiences contradict premium positioning. Excessive cabin noise, vibrating cabinetry, and air infiltration undermine brand promises systematically. Originally attractive features have transformed into complications. Expansive slide-outs, residential-scale refrigeration, and integrated entertainment systems add problematic weight, mechanical complexity, and recurring maintenance demands. Contemporary market preferences favor lightweight, solar-capable Class C vehicles and compact camper vans, rendering the Vision XL's proportions obsolete. Desperate dealers implement unprecedented markdowns, supplemented with extended warranty incentives, frantically reclaiming showroom space. Intended as attainable luxury symbolism, the Vision XL instead illustrates how rapidly recreational vehicle markets can surpass their own aspirational constructs. Winnebago's Vista carries name recognition spanning decades, yet 2025 finds this Class A icon struggling for relevance. Trusted heritage cannot overcome fundamental market transformation. Pricing trajectories reveal troubling patterns. Original valuations between $235,000 and $245,000 have contracted to $150,000 to $160,000, with 2023 inventory breaching $140,000. These $90,000 reductions occur despite Winnebago's sterling reputation, as consumer preferences migrate decisively toward compact, efficient alternatives. Engineering stagnation compounds marketplace challenges. The Ford F53 chassis supporting a 7.3-liter V8 offers zero differentiation from competitors, identical performance characteristics without distinguishing comfort advantages. Ride quality feels bouncy, steering response appears vague, and highway cabin noise becomes intrusive. Despite cosmetic refreshes and interior upgrades, styling remains conservative while technology packages disappoint compared to feature-dense Class C rivals saturating showrooms. Consumer confidence deterioration proves most damaging. Forum discussions proliferate with wiring system complaints, inadequate air conditioning distribution, and thin cabinet panels warping prematurely. Combined with depreciation approaching 45% within 24 months, purchase hesitation becomes rational behavior. Dealers recognize these headwinds intimately. Aggressive discount strategies now include complimentary storage arrangements and service incentive packages, desperately attempting to generate interest. America's former road travel staple has quietly descended into clearance fixture status, overshadowed by lighter, technologically superior competition, redefining recreational mobility expectations. This is more than a sale. It's a sign the RV world is changing fast. Have you noticed fewer people buying or camping this year? Drop your thoughts below. We read every single one. And stick around for our next video, where we expose the shocking reasons RV parks are kicking people out nationwide. See you there.